You hate pennies.
I'm going to explain right now my distaste for pennies. It costs more than 1 cent to make a 1 cent coin, so they are all a loss from the start. And I ask you this question: when the fuck have any of you listening to this ever successfully put a penny into a vending machine and have it give you soda or cigarettes or beer or schoolgirls' panties ever? Never! Partly because they don't sell those things, or a couple of those things in the United States from vending machines, and the other is that they just don't accept vending machines, or they don't accept pennies. The only machine that accepts pennies that I know of is Coinstar, and they even take a percentage of the coins that you put in. So even if you try to use the penny, it is still worthless. The penny is so fucking useless that the only thing I can think about using it for is replacing the 9mm bullet with pennies as their standard round, because it is a gigantic fuck you to someone being shot with it. A 9mm bullet, I don't know the exact cost off the top of my head, but it costs more than a penny to make. If you get shot by a penny, it is basically the criminal or the cop saying to your face, or metaphorically, I fucking hate you so much that I can't even spend this much money to put you in the fucking grave. I value your life so little that I am going to try to take your life with this worthless coin that is the second thing that Abraham Lincoln's face is on. It is so fucking worthless. You can't even do anything with it, and you can't make it any worse because there's nothing that we can use to make it even cheaper to produce or make it better, because it's just zinc on the outside, but the inside is copper. Or was it the other way around? Fuck it. No, both of those are so fucking useless. You can't use a penny. I hate the penny so goddamn much that I want all the pennies on Earth to be put in the Nevada desert and nuked and turned into a single molten piece of radioactive metal. And the difference between that molten piece of metal and 1 penny in terms of spending power is 1, 2, 3... nothing! Because you can't put either 1 penny or that fucking radioactive piece of goddamn shit metal into a fucking vending machine! It is that fucking worthless! If I had a piece of platinum that size, I would be the richest man on this fucking side of the planet! I fucking hate pennies! No, please get rid of them! Thank you. Parking fines in pennies and make people count, or pay for homes in pennies just to make people count, or use them as weights. You could put pennies into a fucking sack and then use it as a weapon. That is a time when Abraham Lincoln will literally come back from the fucking grave to knock a secessioner's teeth out. That is how much I value pennies. They have no real practical use other than a gigantic symbolic fuck you. They are a fuck you to spending, and they are a fuck you to every Confederate. Fuck you for even trying to use this thing. Even nickels are good, because when I was younger, I went to a fucking indoor playground. It was kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese, and each of the rides and stuff like that, they cost a nickel. A nickel. And guess what you couldn't put in there? Pennies. A nickel was more useful than a 1 cent coin. That is so fucking dumb. And consider, pennies are also shit brown. They are the most unappealing coin ever. Have you looked at a penny? It looks like a fucking rabbit turd got squished. Like, who the fuck wants to keep this thing around? And I know the answer to that. I know it's Jardin Zinc. I know that they're just making a lot from selling those blanks. But really, no one is going to use it. And consider, you know what else? This is another point that might be worthy of recording. Or are you still?
I still recording.
Okay. Consider this. Even now, payments are moving to just being completely digital. To go from, Apple Pay or Samsung Pay, right? That means that pennies are even more useless, because now vending machines might not even accept them twice over because you can pay with your fucking card or your phone. That is how worthless a penny is. There is no reason to have them. There are people that have jars full of pennies, and you could literally put anything else in that jar and have them be more valuable. You could put nickels, you could put rocks, you could put in cornflakes. You could put in used fucking condoms, and I guarantee you that you could sell them on eBay for more than pennies would give you for them. Why would anyone actually have that? Pennies are goddamn worthless. They're so fucking worthless. And consider the only valuable pennies that we have are from long fuck ago, or I think hay pennies might be worth something, but even then, they're still fucking worthless. Who is going to spend their time collecting hay pennies when they could be putting in all their time and resources to finding buffalo nickels, which are more valuable? Because some nickels actually still are made of silver. We used to make coins out of silver before the Federal Reserve was like, or was it the Mint? No, the Federal Reserve prints bills, the Mint prints coins, and the Mint said, no, we are going to switch to nickel, basically. So you could put in more time and resources just to finding better coins to collect that have better value. Consider all the times that you have ever tried to spend pennies. Have you ever bought candy from a store or anything when you were young and then have some pennies left over? What do you do with them? You throw them in a fountain, right? The only thing that you can use this money on is literally wasting it for sentimental bullshit. That is the only thing that you can use pennies for. And you could use any other coin. But actually, yeah, that is the only thing that we can use a penny for, realistically. Losing money. The only way you can use this money is to lose it and get nothing out of it. That is sad. That is how this coin is evolved. It is now only possible to use it to get nothing. It is the only currency that has negative value until you go to a fountain in which it goes to zero. It never actually goes into quadrant 1 of value. It always stays in quadrant 4. The way I'm thinking about it. It might be different, but I might need to map it out. Seriously, think about it, like, I can put it in a fountain. That's it, right? I can put it in a fountain. I could make a gun that shoots bullets just as a gigantic fuck you. But I'm thinking that getting shot is already a big fuck you. I could vaporize it in a nuclear holocaust. I could use it to spite people by putting it in wheelbarrows and showing up to pay my parking fines with pennies. And why? Why do you get angry about this when there are bigger things to get angry about, like killing off dogs, or your favorite restaurant closing down, or I don't know, not having a tomboy girlfriend? I don't know. I just know that this is the one thing that ignites my heart in blazing chemical fire. It makes me burn with passion, the same way that, you know, a Jehovah's Witness burns with passion to spread the glory of God. I have a burning passion to fucking hate pennies as long as I live. When I die, pennies won't help me. In case you guys don't know, in Greece, there was a tradition where in order to actually go to the underworld, first you would die. I believe Thanatos would escort your soul to the entrance of Tartarus, Tartarus, and then your loved ones would place coins on your eyes so you could pay the ferryman on the river Styx for safe passage to the underworld, where you would reside forever. Unless, if I remember correctly, you could go to Elysium if you were particularly good and lived several times over and didn't piss off Hades. But consider that the value of those coins was probably greater than pennies. So even if you were to put on pennies on people's eyes after they died, that would be still more fucking worthless use for pennies. Pennies can't even help you after you die. That is how goddamn worthless they are. Pennies can't even help you get to hell. That is how fucking stupid they are. They dex me in life, and in death they're fucking stupid. Because I can't even rely on it to get to Satan. You could probably put Chuck E. Cheese tokens on my eyes and it would be better. Because at least with Chuck E. Cheese tokens, the devil can get a fucking Voltron figure. Like, what the fuck? Who thought this was a good idea? Pennies are this goddamn worthless. They are the fucking scum of the earth. Ugh. I fucking hate pennies.
I understand.
More than life itself. I think I'm done. I'm done. Stop it.